Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode of that show that will not be named. Gonna do this review. It's not even really a review. It's more or less like me just talking about card games. One of the most common things I hate about card games. And gonna be doing this while eating me grandmother's great beef stew. Absolutely hot as fuck, but fucking delicious. So yeah, I want to do something different in this video, and basically the biggest things that I can't stand about card games and just games in general that last a very long time. In this respect, I'm talking about things like Bakugan, I'm talking about Doom Masters, I'm talking about MTG, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, things like that. It's that I like a game when it originally begins off and it's very simple. I always enjoy the first sets of games. And as they go on, as they add new mechanics to the game and try to make it different and things like that, I find that I really don't enjoy that as much. And that's what kind of ruins it for me over the course of, like, Bakugan, for example. When it began off, it was so simple, it was so easy, I liked it a lot. But then as things started to go on, it was like they started adding, the different Bakugan that could build on. They started making them different shapes, and then the shapes were traps, and they played different mechanics in the game. And after it got to that point, I'm like, okay, now the game is getting a little too much. Now they're just adding on things that are kind of ridiculous. And I find that this is common in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, with the addition of Link monsters, Pendulum monsters, and all these different types of mechanics that end up, in some people's opinions, end up breaking the game, just for them to go and change some rules or ban some cards the next set. And if you compare the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Board back to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Board that was like, from, let's say, like from when the game first came out, it's just completely different. The game, the boards don't look anything alike. All the pieces are completely off. There's the extra zones and just mechanics and rules of the game in general are just changing based around that. And I'm just not a big fan of it because when it begins off, that was one of the reasons why I loved Chaotic when it came out. Chaotic, no matter how far it went, it didn't change the rules of the game. Anything didn't really change. The only thing that changed was they added another tribe. But that's not really a big deal when you compare it to... That's like in Magic the Gathering, them creating a sixth element, or a sixth color. It wouldn't change the actual mechanics of the game. It would only give you another group of cards to choose from. And that's what Chaotic did. It didn't actually say, okay, now you can only have a certain amount of battle gear at a certain time, or you can't play more than one location every 3 turns, or some shit like that. It didn't matter in that game because everything was perfectly balanced, which is one of the biggest things why I defend that game. But once again, going back to Duel Masters, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not sure if Pokemon does it because I'm not really familiar with the Pokemon games. I have not played the Pokemon card game in ever. And that's essentially all I really have to say on the matter. But let me know what you guys think. Comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And I will see you all next time. Got a bit too into it. Adios.